Welcome back for another book review. Today we are talking about this one. This is The Book of Practical Candle Magic by Vinci, maybe? This little one. It is a little bit of an older book. Kinda. Well, I guess even then, really, I guess it is. It doesn't feel like 2015 was that long ago, but also it was. So this is like, I guess like maybe a new like re-release situation, but 2015, but the copyright goes back to 81, and I feel like it's closer to that 81 era of these books rather than what you would find in like 2015. Just the way the information's presented and stuff, it's very closer to older books like that. And yes, I know if you're born in the 80s, you're like, I'm not old. It was a while ago though. It was. You're creeping up onto 50. You know, it's on the horizon now. Just like, well, I guess it's still the 70s are creeping, but you know what I mean. You're not young. It's not, the 80s was a while ago. We gotta let it go. We're not still in 2000 where the 90s was 10 years ago. It's been a minute, right? So it's starting to feel its age a little bit, and it's not as like, I don't know. I feel like the writing's just gotten a little bit more like energetic and fun, where older books are a little more serious and a little more just kind of bland. So it does have more of that writing style to it. It does discuss candles, obviously. The title, it kind of says it all. It talks about the history of candles and then some practicality stuff like how to make candles. And then also talks about like, you know, some of the related stuff like color magic and things. And all of it is under the Christian umbrella, mostly. I gave it a 3. It's a good 3. I know it's not for me, but I mean, it's not like a bad book. It's just like not my thing. So this is a very Christian book. Like the history is the Christian history. There's a couple call outs here and there to others, like the pagan beliefs, but 90% of this comes back. The spells are Christian based. I was so sad. Because like the first one I was like, ooh, I'm intrigued. It's like a 7-day welcoming in your new baby. And I'm like, I am intrigued. Why not? Because this little dude's gonna take so much, or dudette, whatever. My little human to be will take a lot to get here. And so like, yeah, how do I welcome them in the first week? And then it's very Christian. like setting up the altar was like, oh, never mind. Because it's like, just set up the Bible, and then there's like I don't know, it looks like the sigil of Lilith or something, and I was like, nope. So I'm not sure exactly what brand of belief this belongs to, but I think it's like maybe Western mysticism, because it's got a lot of the Kabbalah stuff in it. But again, it's very, very heavy on the Christian stuff, talking about the Holy Grail and the Virgin Mary and all of the saints, and it's Christian, but with a bit of magic. And I don't know, it's not my thing. And this and the book we're probably gonna talk about, like I think tomorrow, both of them have a lot of that Christian stuff, and I'm just like, why? So yeah, it's got a lot of like palms, and however you're supposed to pronounce it. It looks like psalms, but I don't think that's how it's pronounced. I think it's pronounced palms. I don't know, I don't care, I was not Christian. But yeah, it's got that. It's a lot of imagery. It's a lot of just not my thing. And again, the history being so heavily focused on the Christians mostly. And even when the pagan stuff is mentioned, it's always just kind of in like this talking down to you kind of attitude about it. I don't know, it feels very like Christian witch who still doesn't particularly love the pagans. Capital or otherwise, whether it's ancient pagans or the modern pagans, you know? So yeah, if you are a Christian witch, you'll probably like this. If you are not a Christian witch, I don't know if it's that good, but also like, I don't know, I think if you had enjoyed Buckland's, right? Wasn't it Buckland who did the practical candle magic and then advanced candle magic? I think it was Buckland. But there was like 2 of them, and like the half of the book was Christian versions of it. If you liked that, you'll probably like this. They're very early in the book review, so it was several years ago now that I talked about those. We didn't have the format like I do now, but I'm sure I still have the acne, because 29 didn't fix that yet, so one day. But yeah, if you're a Christian witch, you got this. Otherwise, just pick up a Pensac book or a Deborah Blake book. Even Lisa Chamberlain, you'd probably be set, because this is Again, it's really just for the Christian witches. So anyways, I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. A huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Over there, I have my audiobooks for free for my members. All members get it. You can select all members, which includes free members. So it goes out every Sunday. I post 3 chapters, and so you can slowly be getting releases for the book I'm working on. I got a lot of the audiobook to still record. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm gonna try and finish it this week, at least the recording part, and then I can hit publish. But I'm also gonna try and figure out how to put it on Barnes & Noble as well. So that might delay things a wee bit, but we're getting there. It'll happen. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, so that's coming out. And then on Mondays, I have my Monday Fun Day books. They are not witchcraft at all. They're just whatever book I decided to read. I've done a lot of cozy mysteries. I've been doing a Dolly kick, so a lot of Dolly Parton books. I have, I think, a couple more to go, and then I've got all of those that I wanted to read done. And then I'm gonna be moving into some like YA fantasy stuff that we have the books that I've owned for years and I haven't read. So like, I'm gonna read through Aragon, that series, because I read the first 2 when they came out, and then I never picked them up again. And then there was a series that my husband read that he wants me to read, and that's the only way I do it. I have to have my accountability through my patrons, so that's how I'm gonna read books. And then I do have Halloween ones coming for October, obviously. Then on Tuesdays, I have my witchy-witch-ish books. They're like my Norse pagan books because that community's so toxic, it lives behind a paywall. And then I have like more, it's not quite witchcraft, and I know they're gonna do terrible on the channel, so we talk about them over there. And if I DNF a book, I usually put it there because I feel weird being like, I didn't read the book, guys, over on Patreon. You just are here for the behind the scenes, and it's like, this book sucked, here's why. Because like, why? There's been a lot of those where it's like, I read like 30 pages of this book and I value my time, and I hate this. Like the naturopath ones, those are rough. So I've got a few of those over there. And then some Thursdays I post some updatey stuff. So I do a monthly update, checking in on my goals and things and just kind of behind the scenes stuff. And then I also am working through STOW, and I'm usually doing like, I debate between doing 1 or 2 lessons a month. So depending on what I do, that's when that goes up. And then on Saturdays, I usually have like a ramble about whatever more of my actual practice, what I'm doing. And then I have my monthly vlog that goes up as well, which is just a random collection of just sporadic moments in my month. There's no rhyme or reason. It's not like I have a theme. It's not like I do much either. It's just mostly like, hey, I'm reading this book. Hey, I'm reading this book. Hey, I made this. Hey, I'm doing this. Like, I have a very boring life. So there's not like, wow, we're doing stuff. I mean, once in a while there is. Like, I did go on vacation and I posted a little bit about that. But for the most part, I don't do a lot. I do the same thing every day. So it's still there though. It still ends up being long because I somehow managed to ramble a lot. Surprising. So anyways, that's over there. Every single Saturday I have something. Like talking about working with Hecate, and yeah, that I think has been the like main thing I've been talking about besides vlogs on Saturdays. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes up on Patreon, so if you want to check it out, it's always linked down below, as well as my books. If you want to buy my books, they are below. If you are joining the Amazon boycott, then they're coming soon. Again, you can listen to the audiobooks, so there's always that option, but I am moving them over to have both Amazon and Barnes & Noble, depending on your taste. So that is coming. Hopefully by the end of the year, I want to have all of them on both. It's just intimidating because I have to remake all of the covers, and it doesn't have a cover creator, so you can't even be like, oh, it's just gonna be a little different. Like, no, you gotta make the cover, and I gotta figure out how to do that. And I'm not a tech person. If I had the money and I could hire someone to do that, oh my god, that would be awesome. I could have it done, but I don't have money, so I gotta figure it out myself. That's when you know you've made it, when you can just like hire that out, where you're like, I don't want to deal with this task, and it's like a stupid task. It's not even that hard, but I don't know how to do it, and it's intimidating because like I don't know how to do tech stuff. It's not my strong suit. I just want to write things. That's all I want to do. The cover stuff just sucks, but I don't got a few hundred to a few $1,000s to pay for a cover, so I figured out myself through royalty-free images. So anyways, till next time, thank you for listening to my rambles. If you've made it to the end, I would love to have an octopus linked below because that's my spirit animal, and I just barely finished reading through Feral Magic, so why not put that one? That's how I know you got to the end. So anyways, till next time, thank you for coming along, and blessed be.